Here we go. Are we, well, okay. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being interested in writing tasks. We are going to work on page 76 of our textbook. Basically, it can be this textbook or any textbook. Welcome to you because you're on YouTube. If you are not here today, I appreciate your presence and attention. So, this is it. The first element that we need to consider when we're writing this task is the introductory paragraph. So the introduction is extremely important. We have already studied the structure, or I call it the formulated structure of a paragraph. And remember, it's a mathematical formula. It's the best way in which anyone could write a paragraph, knowing that the paragraph will be well supported. Just as a reminder, what do we need to have in a very well-written paragraph? Okay, who can tell me? Number one, we need an introductory statement or sentence. Number two, what do we need next? We need, who said it? Okay, yes, we need a hook. Now, we talked about hooks. How many hooks do you need? Someone said two. I'm sorry, we need two. Why two? Why two? Because if the first one fails, you have a second one. So you need two sentences that are going to catch attention. They're going to catch attention. Now, after that, what do you need? What do you need to write? One of the most important elements in the paragraph, which is the thesis statement. Some people call it a topic sentence. Some people call it the thesis statement. Let's call it thesis statement. Now, the thesis statement includes how many elements?
Three. Or depends.
It depends on the length of the essay. If you're writing a 5-paragraph essay, you need 3 elements. If you're writing a 6-paragraph essay, you need 4. If you're writing a 7-paragraph essay, you need 5. So, coming back to the 5-paragraph essay, you need 1, 2, 3 elements in the thesis statement. Okay. Now, when you mention that, you should have major supporting details, which are these, 3 elements. And then, do you need a conclusion in paragraph number 1? Yes or no? Oh, yes, you need a conclusion in paragraph number 1. Every paragraph has an opening sentence, and every paragraph should have a concluding sentence. Not a major conclusion, because that's in paragraph number 5. Okay, let's do this. Okay. Here we go. What is the topic? The topic is disease prevention the responsibility of individuals and their families or of the government? Okay. What is step number 1? Step number 1 in the process. I need everyone's attention. We are going to start writing. Okay. What is, I need you to help me. I am not going to do it. I will ask you for help. Okay. Step 1. We talked about, remember when we talked about Michael? Remember when we talked about Michael? Hurricane Michael.
Yes.
Okay? So we have brainstorm, but I said, well, let's have more ideas, and then we need a brain hurricane. Okay? So, what is the topic about? Responsibility, disease, government, families, individuals. The first part that we need to complete is brain hurricanes, meaning now, in how many minutes should we use when we are having a timed essay to brainstorm? Minimum 1, so maximum 2, okay? If you take too long, I will say this because this is going to be, available for you. If you take too long during your brain hurricane process, your time will be less to write your paragraphs and your essays. So, let's go. We're going to start. I am going to, hold on a second. Let's see, well, my phone is somewhere there. Let's have 2 minutes, and let's see how many words everyone can come up with. All right, so, here we go. Everybody, This is participation, and everybody needs to tell me a word. So here we go. Is disease prevention the responsibility of individuals and their families or of the government? So is disease prevention the responsibility of individuals? Hold on a second here. Okay. Of individuals and their families or of the government? Okay. With that topic, start telling me words that come to mind quickly. Come on, who has a timer? Who has a timer? Anyone who has 2 minutes of a timer? 2 minutes of a timer? Cameraman, that's fine, because you're busy with that. Okay, so we have 2 minutes to brain hurricane. Yes or no? 2 minutes, that's it. Are you ready?
Yes.
In 3, 2, 1, start. Oh, no, not 2 seconds, 2 minutes. Tell me when you're ready. In 3, 2, 1, hey everybody, one at a time. One at a time. I will not call, so it's like, have your word ready. We're going to start here, and everybody will say something. If someone says no, it means you don't have anything. You should have something. It's only one word, and we have 2 minutes. Start.
Starting home.
Huh?
Starting home. Plan.
Okay, next.
Plan.
A brand?
No.
Okay. Alexander? Here we go. Huh? Diseases. That's general. Okay, come on. Be as specific as possible too. No, one people. Come on, everybody. One after the other. Go.
Hospital.
Govern. Okay, let's go. Next.
Hospital.
Huh? House. Okay.
Hospital.
No. Hello, hospital. Okay, come on.
Healthcare.
I'm sorry?
Healthcare.
Healthcare. Okay, next.
Electronic.
Electronic. Okay. That's okay. Next. I'm sorry.
Information.
Info. Okay, next. Hello?
Money.
Money. Okay, come on. Next.
Learn.
Learn. Money. No, money's there.
Food.
Food. Okay, prevention. Okay, what else?
Law.
I'm sorry?
Campaign.
Campaign. Okay,
Law.
there we go. Love.
Law.
Love.
Law.
Both.
Law.
Low. How do you spell it? Law. Okay, what else? Come on. What's that? Come on, let's go.
Education.
Okay, come on.
School.
I'm sorry? Die. I'm sorry? Children. Charger.
People.
Individual. Hey. Hello?
Medicine.
Medicine?
Prevention.
Oh, okay. Prevention.
Responsible.
Responsible. Okay, here we go.
Factors.
Family. What else?
Factors.
Doctors?
Factors.
Factors. Okay.
Heads.
Huh?
Heads.
Pets. Hey, it's more than 2 minutes. What's happening? Not yet? Okay. No. Come on. What? Huh? Simple. Very good. Okay. Very good. Okay. Let's see how many in 2 minutes we were able to gather. Okay. We have 27. So we should have here, we have a total of 27 brain hurricane ideas. We should be able to go to the next step. What is the next step? Before you start writing, you need to select the 3 elements that you are extremely knowledgeable about. You don't need to be a scientist or a doctor about this. You see all the 27 elements. And out of these 27 elements, you choose the 3 most familiar elements to you. Okay? So, now we are going to eliminate some elements of, there's no way I can talk about element number 18 or element number 23. So let's choose those 3. Now we're going to go through the list. Okay? So, let me explain something. You should know that when I'm explaining this process is as if I explained the biological process of swallowing. But how long does does it take you to swallow? A second. The same applies to essay writing. It takes me a long time to explain, however, it is done in like 2 minutes. This, and then selecting the 3 topics, 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Think clearly. You need to be fully focused. Okay, here we go. Right. Now, you are going to tell me which number, okay, or which 3 numbers are the most familiar to everybody. Okay, something that we can easily write about. Because after that step, the next step is writing the paragraph, the introductory paragraph. Here we go. Starting home, brand, diseases, government. Okay, I need to tell you something. You see that govern? This is a mistake, a spelling mistake, yes or no? That doesn't matter, it's a hurricane. Okay, so you come, after the hurricane process, you come and then you write the right word. But what you want during those 2 minutes is to extract as many ideas as possible. Forget about spelling here. Spelling here is not essential, okay? Because we just did it 2 minutes ago. You remember that that mistake means government. You know that this one is hospital. So you don't really need this later, okay? Here we go. So, starting home, brand, diseases, government, house, hospital, healthcare, electronic, okay. I will read, and then you tell me yes or no when I read it the second time. So, healthcare, electronic, information, okay, money, learn, food, prevention, campaign, love, law, education, see? Education. Don't write all the words. As long as you can remember, 2 minutes later, continue to the following idea, okay? Save time. School, die, charter, individual, or medical prevention, responsible, family, factors, death, supplies, that's it. I'll go here. You should go to this, to the beginning or to the top of your list. And now you choose the 3 elements. We have to choose those 3 elements. Okay. What elements are we going to choose? I'm not going to choose them. You choose them, and then I select them. Okay. Tell me yes or no, but this has to be everybody. Now, if we start like yes, no. We need to make a decision. Okay. And the decision is made in 1 second. You know your knowledge. You know if you can write or not. Okay? So, for example, me talking about this brand would be difficult. I don't include it. I don't include it because I will have problems using the concept of brands and then supporting that in paragraph number 2, 3, or 4. So I don't want brands. It came out of my brain that it was a hurricane. During the hurricane, everything comes out. Then you start selecting what is useful to you. Clear?
Here.
Here we go. Say yes or no, but we do it quickly, okay? We cannot take 3 minutes doing this. It's 30 seconds, maximum 45 seconds. Starting home, I don't even know what that means, but do you want that one, yes or no?
No.
No. That's a no. Okay, well, let's see. Let me
2 lines.
write an S. An S. Why an S? Because maybe this can be a supporting detail. Maybe it can be a supporting detail. Not a main point. A main point needs to be supported. And if the main point is limited in your brain, what are you going to support it with? So we do not eliminate anything. Brand. That's a little S, because I don't know too much about it. So I can use it as a supporting detail, but not as a main point. I don't know much about. Okay, here we go. Diseases. Is that a yes or no?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
That's, okay. Let's say point number 1. All right? Government.
Yes. Yes.
Point number 2. House.
No.
Yes.
No, you have to be careful. If you say yes, this is it.
No.
No? So, supporting detail. Okay. Let me call it, instead of calling it supporting, I'm going to call it PS, which is potentially the supporting detail. So, this is a PS. The 1, 2. A house is a PS. Okay, hospitals.
No. No.
That's a big no.
No.
Potentially supporting detail.
Yes.
Number 7.
Yes.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Hello, have many people saying yes. Yes or no? Raise your hand for yes.
No.
Raise your hand for yes. Let's go. Healthcare, number 7. Raise your hand for no. Hey, I only have 2 answers. Yes or no. So you need to raise your hand with one or the other. Supporting the, healthcare, number 7. Who says yes?
Professor, the problem is everybody have a different opinion.
That's okay, but here we're doing it as a team just to be quick. The idea is to be quick. The idea is to brainstorm. The idea is to select. Okay?
Pero
Now,
Professor, the first part,
the first
part,
This is just the brainstorming selection of 3 topics.
but we no need take a position about the topic after the hurricane.
No, basically what you want to select is 3 items during the brain hurricane. After the brain hurricane, you need 3 items to develop. That's all. You need to add 3 items to develop. So we have 2. I only need 1 more. That's easy. Okay.
We have diseases and we have government, the third one is individuals, because you spoke with
It makes sense. Okay, would you agree that individuals is a good choice? Let's go for it.
somebody say that.
Where is individual here? Individual, okay, individual. Here we go. Let me do this. Medical. All right, here we go. Prevention. I am making more spelling mistakes to help you understand that during the brain hurricane process, spelling is not important. Okay, so here we go. Well, we have found our 3rd element for the thesis statement. That's it. So, which ones do we have? We have individual. We have diseases and government. So this is it. Let's go here, and then we create number 1. Or let's say statement elements. We have individuals, government, and what else? Number 2. Well, doesn't matter.
Diseases.
And diseases. Okay, there we go. Diseases. Okay, so here we go. Right, let's start this is the moment to start your introductory paragraph. This is when you already have the elements that you need. There we go. Introductory paragraph. Okay, now listen, let me explain. You're going to start writing. When you start writing, please consider the topic you're given. The introductory sentence should not reveal too much. It's just to break the ice. I need people to pay attention. Listen, to break the ice, and then you will have the hooks. The hook can be a question. It can be an exclamation. It can be a negative and affirmative sentence. It's your choice. But it can be all of that, okay? So, let's go. Introductory paragraph. Okay. Before you start writing it, I want you to again look back at the topic so that you are always connected with what you are going to write. So we take it here. Okay, introductory paragraph. Here we go. The topic is this. This disease. Okay, can you see it here? Hello?
Yes.
Hold on a second. Let me make the font size a little bit smaller. Sorry, the computer froze a little. I need to give some time to it. Okay. Topic is disease prevention the responsibility of individuals and their families or of the government? That's a question, by the way. So we started here. Right. Introductory paragraph. So we have 3 elements, which are individuals, government, and diseases. Those are the 3 elements in the thesis statement. You cannot change that. That's why during the brain hurricane process, you extract as much as possible, and then you select the 3 that are going to determine, how your essay is written. Here we go. Introductory paragraph. Introductory sentence, please. Anybody?
Professor, are you consider that these 3 elements are good for an essay statement is related with this?
Let's take a look. Anything is functional. Anything is functional. I'll prove it to you. I will prove it to you. You could give me, unless you give me a, I don't know, Albert Einstein's mathematical formula of I don't know what. Well, I don't know anything about that. But we know about the have ideas about the government. We know diseases. We know prevention. We know, we know individuals. We are individuals. So these three can be related. Okay, they can be related. We have to make it work. Okay, because sometimes during the brain hurricane process, the exact words that are ideal do not come out.
Those words is in the
Perfect. It is connected. It is connected. It is connected. It's easier for you to find the connection. Now, even, listen to me. Even if they're not the same words, but they are related, that's perfect too. It is perfect too, because then you can work with synonyms. Even if they're not connected and they are the opposite, you work with antonyms, and this is where your grammar, your vocabulary accuracy can help. Okay? Let's give it a try. Now, let's see. Is disease prevention the responsibility of individuals and their families or of the government? Introductory paragraph. We need the introductory sentence. Let's start. It can be general. It doesn't have to be specific. When you include the three elements, that's when you become specific. So, generally speaking, okay, do you want me to give you a suggestion?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. If you want to be general, talk about the United States, just the country. And then you can become more specific, and then you come to the South Florida area. That's one idea. So that you know how easy this is. Forget about the United States. Forget about South Florida. I'll give you another idea. And here I am, not brainstorming for words. I'm brainstorming for sentences. Okay, take a look. In disease prevention, see how much time it takes me to give you a different introductory idea for you to write a sentence. Okay. Always reread the topic so you're connected. Let's go. Forget about the United States. Forget about South Florida. I'm blank now. So I need to find something. Is disease prevention the responsibility of individuals and their families or the government? Okay, here it comes. Count how many seconds I will, okay? Like right now, disease prevention the responsibility of individuals and their families or of the government? Okay. Complaints all over the government, okay, in every nation on the planet are excessive. Period. That's it. I'm being general. I want to go specific. I will use, for example, Florida is no exception to that rule. That's it. As simple as that. That's two introductory sentences. And then the hook. Okay? Do you want to try that one? Do you want to try that one? How long did it take me? 5 seconds? 5 seconds. Okay, you know what? Let me test my theory. You can write this very quickly. You have to. Let's forget about access on the government. Let's forget about my second introductory pair of sentences. Let's come up with a third one. Okay. See, I read the topic again. Every time you're going to do something, look at that topic. You want to stay connected. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to go blank again. My mind is blank. Okay? Here we go. How do you go? Have you ever felt that you're trying to write something and you cannot, you're blocked? Easy. Take a 2-second mini break to your favorite destination. Dubai, Cancun, whatever it is. 2 seconds. To unblock your brain. Take yourself out of the essay for 2 seconds and come back. Okay, I just thought about a puppy. That's it. Coming back. Essay. That's it. As simple as that. So, but I come back here. I don't go to the paragraph. I go back here to remain connected. So here we go. Is disease prevention the responsibility of individuals and their families or of the government? Here I go. I'm going to go general, a little bit more specific now. Okay. Families complain all the time. Many people die all over the planet because of the same reasons. Maybe. Period. That's it. As simple as that. Do you want a number 4? I don't think so. I could do it. I could do 500 times. The process is simple. You read the topic. Read that topic. Number 1. Number 2. If you feel blocked, take a 2-second trip to your favorite destination. 2 seconds. Do not digress. Cancun, no, 2 seconds, and then you mention the word essay, and then you come here. And then you write it. Okay, let's do it. Do you want me to tell you something? I already forgot the 3 ideas I mentioned. Because I'm ready for the next step. So you're thinking and you're writing. Who can remind me of the last idea I mentioned? I forgot. That's okay. That is telling you that when you are generating those ideas, you need to type them or you need to write them. Okay, I lost it. Nobody? Nobody? Well, we could go back on the video and then see what the idea was. But who can tell me? Who can tell me? Okay, no problem. Here I go. Do you want me to try to remember? I'll try to remember. If not, I can give you the next idea. It's very easy. All you have to do is read the topic. Stay connected. Reread the topic. Okay, I think it was about... All right, here I go again. This is the last time. This time, we need to write it down. It was disease prevention, the responsibility of individuals and their families or of the government. Okay, yes, I remember things like families complain constantly about problems with disease all over the world. Right? Let's go. Introductory sentence. Okay, here we go. Families complain about diseases. Hey, let me make it more interesting. The generative diseases. Here I have a, okay, no problem. All right. I'm doing this on purpose. I'm not going to correct it now. Okay? Diseases all over the planet. There is my introductory sentence. That's it. Now I need a hook. I need 2 hooks. Let's go.
100 million people died in 1 year.
That's an example. That could be a supporting detail because it's very specific. The year 2017 is too specific. You don't want to be general. I'm sorry, you don't want to be specific at the beginning. The specific details are for supporting details.
No, it's
General.
for a hook because
Wow.
A hook? Tell me the hook. What's a hook?
the hook is a person when the people die for don't care her health.
Approximately 100 million people. Okay? Hey, here we go. Remember the word die during the rain hurricane that we had? Die. But here I have a very, heads up. I have a very interesting process. Listen, I have die. But remember that you have word accuracy, meaning if you can use a better word, everybody uses this. Okay? And sometimes it's not the best choice. How about perish? Perish. A synonym. Perish. Okay. Now, here we go. Now, listen to what, see what I'm going to do. Perish. Okay. Hey, listen. That word exists in English, but it's not a synonym of die. The dictionary will not underline it because it's in English, but it means something other than die. The word is perish, like that. Meaning, when you write your essays, don't look at the red lines because sometimes the word is correct. It sounds similar, but the spelling is different. Perish. So 100 million people perish. Okay. Or hey, I'll give you word accuracy. From I think it's like pray to say decimating illnesses. Okay? Okay, hold on a second. We're going to talk about the year, let's say every year. Every year. Hey, that's one hook that I don't like because it's only one. I need something more direct. And it's like, everybody, you'll be happy. But if I tell you, you are going to win the Mega Million on Saturday, do you feel more the influence of that? So make it more direct. Make it more personal. You can ask a question, okay? You can say,
Do you imagine living in United States without health care?
Imagine that next year you will be living escape the I would say the lethal effects of this problem. That is a hook. I'm not going to correct anything. That is an excellent hook. It's like, do you? Okay, here we go. Families complain about blah, 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 blah. Okay, this needs something, but this is not the time to correct it. When I finish my paragraph, I take care of it. Disease about degenerative diseases all over the planet. Approximately 100 million people fall prey to decimating illnesses every year. That's general, hook number one. Number two, could you imagine that next year you will be living? See, no underline. It is correct, but it is grammatically, it doesn't make sense. Living in the USA and you will not escape the lethal. Hey, if you see this word in a question asked to you, are you going to be indifferent to this?
No.
You are going to pay attention. The lethal effect of this problem, now is the time to start the thesis statement with the 3 elements that we chose. Okay? So let's take a look. Right. So the lethal effects of this problem, here comes the thesis statement, and we have, hey, this is what you do. Individuals, governments, and diseases. Here we go. It's one paragraph, okay? So let me put it here. Of course, when you're writing, you have your draft, and then you can have it on a little corner, but this is a computer, so I have to copy paste it. So now we need to introduce a thesis statement, and this is what dictates the quality of the paragraph you are going to write. Alright? So here we go. I talked to you. I was distracted for 2 minutes. I am not going to continue writing. I am going to read the paragraph again to stay connected. My brain has to be connected. Here we go. We have a question.
I need change this DCCS for families.
Which one? Which one?
DCCS, no, in
Disease.
The last one, beside
for
the
family.
government.
Because the question
Wait,
is
wait. Line number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. What line?
Last
the
line.
last line.
This one?
No, the end.
She
This
was-
is the last line.
No, she's
Oh, this one here?
Yes.
But you can.
No, diseases. Look at the topic.
Generous.
It's disease prevention. Disease is a very good candidate. It is an excellent. It is an excellent choice because it is mentioned in the topic.
No, of course, but
Of course. Okay.
of course, but you need expose 3
No.
points.
Explain.
3 points.
Uh-huh.
But the 3 different have the responsibility: the government, the individuals, or the family.
Individuals, families, parents.
Well, okay, no problem. No problem. Hold on a second. Wait. I will prove to you that it's a good process of thought. But listen, I need attention. I need people to please look at me. I will prove to you that you don't need to have the word there because individual plus many individuals, they constitute a family. And then you can work with the word individuals and then make references to families too. Okay? Yes, individuals, a family begins with one individual plus one. So it is connected. Listen, when we are writing, we need to be flexible. We need to have the mental flexibility to, okay, let me adjust, let me be flexible to make this coherent. Because if not, what happens is like, no, I need to erase everything, and time is counting. Many times, students, listen, please look. Many times when you're writing this, by mistake or by choice, you are going to start writing a paragraph and right in the middle of it, with the clock ticking, you're going to, oh my God, I don't think I can write, but now it's too late. So you have to be flexible, adjust, and then continue writing to do as as well as you can. Not all the time you're going to say, I have all the time in the world, I'm going to erase everything and I'm going to start from 0. You can't many times. The skill is, you're here, we adjust. We have to make it work. Okay, here we go. thesis statement. There we go. Families go, oh, I was distracted for a moment. I come back to my paragraph. I don't continue writing. What do?
Read.
I reread what I wrote, and I stay connected. Here we go. Families complain about degenerative diseases all over the planet. Approximately 100 million people fall prey to decimating illnesses every year. Can you imagine next year you will be living, let me correct it now, because I reread, living in the USA, and you will not escape the lethal effects of this problem. Here comes the most important sentence. Who can tell me a thesis statement? Individuals, governments, diseases. I have one in mind already, but you tell me. Tell me a sentence, everybody. I need everyone's help.
While diseases.
While
Diseases is
no, don't mention it here because you are going to mention 3 elements, and diseases will be one. Okay? Let's say while every.
like
Increase.
While there is an increase in
This-
health-related problems, comma, hey, is that an introductory sentence, yes or no?
No.
Yes, it is. It's an introductory clause. While there is an increase in health-related problems, comma, okay, come on, I need help, let's go. Here it comes.
The discussion between
The discussion between,
who have to take care about the problem with individuals.
let's say the discussion in question, okay, is strongly related to several aspects. Okay? These include, that's it, the responsibility of individuals versus
Government.
the responsibilities of the government. Item number 2, okay? And ultimately, comma,
This is prevention.
exactly, okay? You would say, I would say,
Medicine prevention.
detrimental, no, we chose diseases, we have to stay with that one. The detrimental effect of diseases because no one is really caring. Wait, that's a thesis statement, okay?
Well, there are 2 sentences.
Okay, no, we're not going to read. How many sentences do we have so far?
Excuse me? 5.
5? Okay, hold on a second. Families complain about 1, approximately 2, you said 3, 4, these include 5. But hey, these are 5 strong sentences. They have variety, they have vocabulary, they have word accuracy. Now, here we go. This is it. Now, these include the responsibility of individuals versus responsibilities of the government, and ultimately the detrimental effects of diseases because no one is really caring. Okay, let's go to element number 1 and present a general statement about element number 1. What is element number 1 here? The responsibility of individuals. Yes or no? Mm-hmm.
But you have to write about everyone in the introductory.
No, general, not supporting details, okay? Something really general, something very general, okay? So, let's say, I have to reread again. If you are distracted, please don't continue reading. Reread. So, these include the responsibility of individuals versus responsibilities of the government, and ultimately the detrimental effects of diseases because no one is really caring. I need everybody, I need a transition word. Anything. However, yes.
What do you want to say? Because
Something general about,
Nevertheless.
Nevertheless, however, any other? Despite, I like that one. Listen, sometimes you have 5 choices, but there's one, and when you hear it, it's like, this is mine. For me, here, for you, it was nevertheless. For you, it was however. For her, it was nevertheless.
Now what you're going to write.
Exactly. So, let's choose nevertheless. 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 Okay? Considering all factors, I believe that the problem of, let's say, okay, individuals can also, individuals, instead of being unrelated to the government responsibilities, is indeed strongly related to diseases and Marcella, that's your word? That's your word right here. Nevertheless, considering all factors, I believe that the problem of individuals, instead of being unrelated to the government responsibilities, is indeed strongly related to diseases and families. Who lives or who is part of the family? Individuals. These two concepts are connected. Okay? Hey, give me a concluding sentence. Anybody? Number 1, if you're going to give me a concluding sentence, you should have a concluding word, a conclusive word. Tell me a word, an introductory word of conclusion. That's easy. Maybe not. You would, don't be so direct. Don't be so direct. You would say, in this way, wait, comma, what do you do now? What do you do now? The conclusion is just a brief, this is a minor conclusion. The major conclusion is in paragraph number 5. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, the minor conclusion is a brief, general conclusion to close this paragraph adequately.
But
Okay.
these have the same that you use to the concluding paragraph?
Very good question. If you are team member number 1 or if you are team member number 5, you should know that. Okay, this is it. The first paragraph of an essay is, listen very carefully, is exactly the same as the first paragraph and the last paragraph of an essay is basically the same in meaning, in intention, in ideas, not in words. You have to use synonyms, antonyms, okay? Synonyms can give you the same idea as antonyms. For example, beautiful. I'll give you an antonym, not ugly. They're the same, okay? She is so beautiful. Well, she is so not ugly. Is that the same? Yes or no? The same idea. Are those the same words? No. To answer your question, the first and the last paragraphs of any essay should be very, very similar, if not identical, in idea, in intention, in meaning, never in words, to avoid the repetition. Okay?
In this example, we need to know what is our conclusion about this problem. Because somebody maybe say, okay, I think the problem is starting the government. Other
Okay.
people say, I think the problem is starting. We need to know which one is the conclusion.
But let me explain. This is what you're going to do next, is the concluding sentence. But let me explain. Your conclusion will not be based on one sentence. It will be based on the entire paragraph. Okay? The first paragraph dictates the paragraphs number 2, number 3, and number 4. So if you are able to have in your mind what conclusion you arrive at with paragraph number 1, you already have paragraph number 5 in your hand. Okay, let's write our conclusion. Okay, here we go. Alright, so, nevertheless, considering all factors, I believe that the problem of individuals, instead of being unrelated to the government responsibilities, okay, hold on a second, let's see, okay, there we go, is indeed strongly related to diseases and families. In this way, okay, you could say in brief or in short, okay, but let's stay with in this way. That's totally okay. So, in this way, okay, we already have individuals, we have government, we have diseases, so we just need to conclude. Oh, I was distracted there for 2 seconds. I cannot continue writing. I need to reread, okay, to be connected. Here we go. Families complain about degenerative diseases all over the planet. Approximately 100 million people fall prey to decimating illnesses every year. Can you imagine that next year you will be living in the USA and you will not escape the lethal effects of this problem? While there is an increase in health-related problems, the discussion in question is strongly related to several aspects. These include the responsibility of individuals versus the responsibilities of the government, and ultimately the detrimental effect of diseases because no one is really caring. Okay, so where is the thesis statement? Yes or no?
Yes.
Thesis statement. Let me have it in red so that you know that that is the heart and soul of your essay. If you make a mistake there, the essay will have problems. You're going to have you are going to experience difficulty continuing. Okay? So, nevertheless, considering all factors, I believe, here we go. Nevertheless, considering all factors, I believe that the problem of individuals, instead of being related to the government responsibilities, is indeed strongly related to diseases and families. In this way, or let me give you something, okay, something better in vocabulary. From this perspective, come on, I need ideas. Concluding, we need to close that paragraph. We need to close that paragraph. Hello? I'll help you a little. Here we go. From this perspective, okay, I would say the disease versus government or individual responsibility dilemma, no, dilemma can be eradicated. That's it. Now, let me explain something. I know what my conclusion is going to be in paragraph number 5. Now, no. Do you see space 1, space 2, space 3? No. This is not indented. This is not a new paragraph. This is like period, and then this is the next sentence of paragraph number 1. It's just a coincidence. But listen to me. If you are, hello, attention, I need attention. If, nevertheless, this is paragraph number 1, but to eliminate your confusion, for this to be paragraph number 2, well, you need this. Well, it's not moving for some reason. But hold on a second. You would need, let me make it a little bit smaller so that you can see. Okay, here. Okay. Well, basically, it's not working.
No, because it's the same.
It's the same paragraph, but let me explain. If this is a new paragraph, you need to indent. You need to give space, capital M. Okay?
For new paragraph, all
5 is
Yes, for every new paragraph, you need to indent. It's like enter and then
5.
1, 2, 3. Some people do 3, some people do 5. Okay?
How many do you prefer?
As long as in every paragraph you have the same number of spaces, I'll be okay.
Okay.
Because some universities tell you 5, some universities tell you 3, so as long as you have 5 spaces, or 3, I'll be fine. Look, nevertheless, considering, hello, here,
5 spaces.
5 spaces. Yeah, the computer is not working, but you know what I mean, it's like space, capital letter, and then you start. Where is that? Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. Ooh, okay, here we go. So, I have to reread again. Oh my God, I'm not going to do that. Do you want to be connected? Do you want your paragraph to be strong? I've been writing paragraphs for a long time, and I don't continue writing if I don't reread, okay? So, let me go and reread. This is how you write a paragraph fast. So, here we go. Okay. Here we go. Families complain about gender diseases all over the planet. Hello? Approximately 100 million people fall prey to decimating illnesses every year. Can you imagine that next year you will be living in the USA and you will not escape the lethal effects of this problem while there is an increase in health-related problems? The discussion in question is strongly related to several aspects. Thesis Statement. These include the responsibility of individuals versus the responsibility of the government, and ultimately the detrimental effect of diseases because no one is really caring. The same paragraph. Okay, let me try to do something here. No, it doesn't go. Okay. Nevertheless, considering all factors, I believe that the problem of individuals, instead of being unrelated to the government responsibilities, is indeed strongly related to diseases and families. From this perspective, the diseases versus government or individual responsibility dilemma can be eradicated. That is beautiful. And I didn't do it. We did it. This is why you're learning, because you need help. This is why I am team member number 6.